Do parents have the right to know about their teen's intimate life? Maybe, but I think we can all agree that a teen's sex life isn't necessarily something that a parent can control. While currently no state or federal laws require minors to get parental consent in order to use contraception, the access to reproductive health care without calling for parental consent is for some reason under debate. Today, I'm arguing that birth control is a beneficial resource and a human right. As of now, female minors can get birth control without parental consent, and statistics show that since 1991, the U.S. teen birth rate has dropped 67%. While religious morals and personal beliefs play a role in the act to change the right for female minors to get contraception without parental consent, the solution is not finding a way to make sure kids don't have sex until they're deemed ready. The solution that will work is providing education and a choice to prevent pregnancies and STDs while they do it. Therefore, today, I am proving that birth control is a beneficial resource and should remain a choice for all minors. I am challenging the proposals that are being introduced to restrict minors of their reproductive health care rights. I am explaining that the solution is not to rid teens of their right to have sex, but to provide resources and education on the health risks and consequences involved in sex. Most importantly, in order to do this, the right to contraception as a minor needs to remain a choice. Birth control. The act of preventing pregnancy. Methods include medications, procedures, devices, behaviors. Here are the reasons why it should remain a human right and a beneficial resource. First, it is important to distinguish the difference between secrecy and privacy. Secrecy implies keeping from others information that they are in some way entitled to, whereas privacy pertains to information that one is entitled to keep to themselves. Therefore, privacy is a choice, and if a teen does not feel comfortable sharing with their parents that they are sexually active and want to consider contraception, a matter that pertains to their health and their body, they should be allowed and provided other resources in which they can become educated themselves. Second, religious beliefs hold many of the disagreements to the use of contraception. While it's perfectly fine to disagree with the use of contraception for whatever reason that may be, it is important for this human right to remain a choice for every individual. Lastly, studies show that preventing teens from getting birth control and contraceptives, unless they have a parent's permission, won't stop teenagers from having sex. It will just drive them away from the services that they need to protect themselves. Now, with all those values in mind, what is the best solution that benefits minors when they become sexually active? The solution is not finding a way to stop minors from having sex until they're ready or married. Instead, approaching the situation by providing easily accessible information on safe sex and giving the choice of preventing unwanted pregnancies before they happen. Also, while it is important to respect religious morals and beliefs, this does not mean everyone shares the same religious values. Religion is not something that needs to be forced on anyone. Lastly, the safety of minors is what the real concern should be. As a parent, providing reliable and useful information that educates minors on the health risks, emotional traumas, and lifelong consequences is the most effective way of getting control on the issue. All things considered, it is important to also support these claims with statistical evidence to ensure that they are probable solutions. An article from the National Conference of State Legislature on Teen Pregnancy states that despite plummeting rates, teen pregnancy and birth rates for ages 15 to 19 in the U.S. remain among the highest of industrialized nations. Roughly 1 in 4 girls will be pregnant at least once before the age 20. They also explain the average cost to provide medical and economic support during pregnancy and the first year of infancy is $16,000 per teen birth, according to an analysis conducted by Power to Decide. As mentioned before, religious morals and beliefs play a role in the disagreements of the use of contraception in general. It was known to even be supported in the U.S. and used to be a nonpartisan issue because it was thought of as a reliable way to prevent abortion. In an article published by the Huffington Post, written by Anna Almendrala, explains what is clear, however, is that the notion that birth control pills are abortifacient flies in the face of the scientific definition of pregnancy, which is when the fertilized egg or an embryo implants in the uterus. Birth control pills, which work by preventing ovulation, fertilization, implantation, and are therefore not abortifacients because they do not cause an implanted embryo to miscarry. Premarital pregnancies place an economic burden on young females involved and impact society at large. More information from the National Conference of State Legislatures state that adolescent pregnancy and parenthood are associated with the social, health, and financial costs to teen parents, families, and states. A teen birth can disrupt both the young mother and father's education and career goals. It is also stated that only half of the teen mothers earn a high school diploma by the age of 22, compared to 90% of women without teen births. Teenage mothers are also more likely to live in poverty and depend on public assistance. Children born to teen parents are more likely to have lower school achievement, enter a child welfare and correctional system, drop out of high school, and become teen parents themselves, compared to children who are born to older parents. Like I said, as of now, minors can get birth control without parental consent. The solution is not taking away this right. The solution that will work is providing education and a choice to minors who find themselves curious and ready to explore the options of birth control with the responsibilities that come with it. Today, I'm arguing that birth control is a beneficial resource and a human right. Personally, I believe that sex is one of those things that children will explore regardless of the influence of their parents. I think it is important for a child to believe that they can approach their parents with questions about sex. The message that is being conveyed in this speech isn't that all female minors should take birth control and have easy access to it. The point is that when a female becomes sexually active, they should be able to learn about the options they can take to ensure that they are approaching sex in a way that is safe and that is at their best interest.